lesson will be introduced with the teacher talking through different types of addition and subtraction problems. Each problem will be presented on the whiteboard, and students will be using whiteboards and markers to draw out the equation. It would be a good idea to let the students draw for 1 minute whatever they want on the whiteboard to get it out of their system, because it will be too distracting for them to want to draw instead of doing their work. Once the problem is displayed on the whiteboard, the students will begin to talk in their groups at their tables about how to set up the problem and solve the problem. Once the problem has been solved, they will raise up their whiteboards and show the drawing of the problem and how they got the answer. If the answer is correct, they will be able to take down their boards and continue to wait for their other friends to get done. Once they're done, the teacher needs to then go over thoroughly the problem to make sure that every student understands. This will also open the floor for any questions or comments. The first question that we have is, Sarah has 2 dogs, her friend Kobe has 3 dogs and 1 cat. How many dogs do they have together? The best way to do this problem is to point out that Sarah has 2 dogs and Kobe has 3 dogs. And how many dogs do they have together? This will symbolize that it is an addition problem. And one of the problems that might come up with this is the idea that Kobe also has a cat. Students can get confused by this, so it's important to make sure that we're only asking how many dogs. So pointing out the fact that it's asking for dogs, not cats. And then of course you would draw your 2 dogs plus your 3 dogs would equal 5 altogether. The next problem is going to be another addition problem. It says Carrie bought 16 more socks than John. John bought 60 socks. How many socks does Carrie have? The issue with this is that the students may get confused about which characters have which quantities. They may not understand that Carrie has a bigger number. They may think that John has 16 more than Carrie, so it is important to make sure that they understand which is which. For this one, it could be helpful for them to draw out a picture. Obviously, you can't draw 60 socks because that would take too much time. But you can point out that it says this many more socks, so then you would start with 60, and then you would add your 16 socks, and so on. So it ended up being 60 plus 16 equals 76, and you can help your students get to that a lot faster. But yeah, so the third problem is going to be our 2-step problem, and 2-step problems are already confusing. So there are some missing pieces that we have to figure out first. So Joey loves candy. His favorite types of candy are M&M and Reese's peanut butter cups. Joey has some M&Ms and 12 peanut butter cups throughout the day. Joey gives away 6 of his M&Ms to his friend Sarah. Joey now has 12 M&Ms. How much candy did he start with? So what we're trying to figure out is how much candy he started with. So first we have to figure out that Joey gave away 6. And now he has 12 M&Ms. So what we have to do is figure out this number, so then we would do 12 plus 6. And they can obviously draw this out, which would make a lot more sense to them. Would be 18, so he has 18 M&Ms, and we know that he started with 12 peanut butter cups, so then we would have 18 plus 12 would then equal 30. With this, there are obviously a lot going on. This is a lot of words and a lot of different topics. You have M&Ms, Reese's peanut butter cups, Joey, and Sarah, and this could get difficult. So to remove confusion from this, what you could do is you could bring in the M&Ms and Reese's peanut butter cups to show like an actual example instead of just drawing it, but then they can physically move it, and that helps those that need the kinesiology in there to help them learn a lot better. So these are 3 great examples of how to teach students word problems when they can sometimes be confusing.